Hello, Capricorn. Welcome to your weekly reading for March 1st to the 9th. This is for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. We're going to jump right into it. Capricorn, this is actually going to be a really big week for you, okay? I'm looking at what's going on for you. First of all, this week is full of energy. There's this change in the air that you're going to feel, but it's also a really big week of healing and emotional growth and spiritual growth. I think that you're going to find this week... well, it's interesting because it is a week where it's like a new beginning with a chapter closing at the same time in different areas of your life. And I say that because, as you know, next week we have the lunar eclipse. All right, so you're already going to be feeling some of that energy before we even get there. You're going to start feeling it this week. But at the same time, remember February 27th, we had that new moon, the sun and the moon in Pisces, where Neptune, Saturn, Mercury, the North Node, they're all conjuncting. That was big. It's really big. And therefore, you're going to feel that this week as well, because it has influence for about 2 weeks afterward. All right. So that was like the Justice League of planets giving you this big boost in your third house of like communication, writing, researching, learning new things, starting new things, all right? Being curious about things. Also, siblings, aunts, uncles, cousins, neighbors, all in the picture, as well as travel. Look how active Mercury is this week. I would not be surprised if a lot of Capricorns are traveling this week, but what's really great is that as that new moon, unfurls this new path, new opportunity for you, you get to focus on a lot of other things here, all right? Which is the first thing, Saturday, March 1st, Venus is going retrograde in Aries. Now, this is definitely going to be big for you. First, Venus, right off the bat, going retrograde, right? Things that bring you pleasure and joy, things that your heart desires, you're going to start reassessing them, reevaluating them, reviewing them, asking yourself, does this make me feel good? Does this make my heart sing? Is this of value to me? What turns me on? What do I enjoy? Do I feel loved? This is Venus, right? And Venus retrograde in Aries, that's your fourth house of home, family, children, parents, significant other, real estate even. There could be a realtor in the picture here. Because this is Aries energy. Now, with that said, this is a time where you're going to want people to see you being like self-sufficient as I like knock everything off my desk. It's very strong, independent woman energy, Venus and Aries. So use it. Please use this. This is for you to reassess things in your life. Yes, including relationships. Okay? You're going to be happy that you did because you deserve the best. And this is you asking yourself, am I being the best version of myself? Am I getting the best that I deserve? And it's not just relationships. It's everything that Venus represents, beauty and, creativity and money. So don't start a relationship while Venus is retrograde in her weakest state. And with Venus and Aries, there just could be some issues like jealousy could come up, could arise, codependency as well. It could be something that is being looked at. Aries is also like competitive energy. So people from your past can come back too. It is a retrograde, former lovers, perhaps, whether in person or through DM. So it is a time to just untangle things, rectify things. Don't buy expensive things, right? Avoid cosmetic surgery, especially because Aries rules the face and Venus is in her weak state. So, I did a video on Venus retrograde, things not to do. I'll leave it at the end of this video or in the description box. Now, if you want to get a glimpse of what to expect, think about what happened for you March to April 15th, 2017. Okay? I talked about this in my last live stream. This is the last time Venus was retrograde in Aries. All right. Now, if you're a cross watcher, if you watch for your rising, your moon, your husband, your colleague, whoever it is, Taurus, Libra, Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo, definitely going to feel Venus retrograde the most. Okay. And also, right off the bat, the moon is going to be in Aries, conjuncting Chiron. That's squaring Mars. So we have a lot happening this week. All right. Right. Remember, Chiron is the wounded healer. So it's like healing old wounds as well, especially in that fourth house area for you, Capricorn. All right. And, we'll talk more about it in the second spread. Now, so remember how I said in your monthly forecast that there were no oppositions this month and only one square, and this is it. And that's not including the lunations, right? The moon will have aspects every day, but this is a great square. I love it. This is going to put you in the mood to have some fun, to be fun, to find joy and wisdom, and to spread it to others. This is very optimistic, being optimistic, feeling optimistic. This is, Frank Sinatra, Ariana Grande, Chris Rock, James McAvoy. They all have Sun square Jupiter. What do? They make people smile. They put their energy out there. Very optimistic energy. So that's what this is. Okay. It's the sun. Latin, solar. We know this. Solus. Soul. So this is nourishing your soul and those around you as well. Remember, the sun is already in Pisces, right? Very spiritual already. North Node is here. And Jupiter, the planet of expansion, wisdom, optimism, luck, good fortune, always squeezes something good out of an aspect. All right, so I really love this. Now, the lower expression of this aspect is overindulging, overanalyzing, overdoing things. So you want to avoid the overspending. Yeah. Jupiter doesn't have an off button. And remember, I already said you don't want to buy expensive things while Venus is retrograde. You definitely don't want to on this day. All right. The, yacht that you bought this day, you're probably going to return it come like April when Venus goes direct. But anyway, use this. Okay. It's great. It's happening the same day Mercury will conjunct Neptune in Pisces. Remember, the North Node is here. Saturn is here. Your ruling planet. I talk about this at length in your monthly forecast. So just quick reminder, it amplifies creativity, imagination, spirituality, intuition, compassion. Conjunctions are powerful. Okay. So this aspect was like handmade for poets and writers, artists, dancers. I mean, just, it's beautiful. All right. It's fairy tale. It's fantasy. It's world building. What is the world that you want to live in? Right. So use this. Please use it. And it's going to have a really big impact on you. Right. Mercury, the storyteller, Mercury, communication, Mercury, intellect, processing things. Conjuncting Neptune in Pisces, that is in your third house. That's what Mercury rules. Communication, intellect, storytelling, everything I just said. So use this, okay? It's very enchanting. And that said, remember to keep a foot on the ground because it can be a really dreamy, really nebulous, head in the clouds, lights on, nobody home, like that kind of energy. Have a foot on the ground. Now, Monday, March 3rd, Mercury moves into Aries. Very different vibe from Mercury in Pisces, which again is very like dreamer energy, right? Mercury in Aries is like, nope, wake up, chop, chop. Let's get this done. Snaps. Let's do it. Right. It's bold. It's bold. It's confident. Mercury in Aries, being direct, speaking with conviction. And it's all about independent thinking with Mercury in Aries. No hive mind here. None of that. This is talking the talk, getting what you deserve, what you desire. And because you're already reassessing that with Venus retrograde. So again, use this, especially now, because next week Mercury will go retrograde. So any conversation that you need to have, important conversation, signing something, agreements, like you want to do it sooner than later, all right? Before Mercury goes retrograde. As we know, that always, brings up miscommunication and delays. Now, cross watchers, Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, Aries, and Leo will feel this the most as well. Now, Wednesday, March 5th, Mercury and Aries will sextile Pluto. Love it. This is amazing. This is power and words. And we are going to have this a couple of times this year. Remember, we also have the Sun and Venus sextiling Pluto throughout this month. So you're going to feel that Pluto energy. Very just, it's empowerment. It's power. It's great. It's in your second house of self-worth and self-value. There could be some conversations about money around this time as well. Second house is income, salary, finances. But remember that Mercury is already in Aries, already bringing that confidence. It has a bite to it. So use this. Get what you need to get. The other thing is Pluto is always digging deep. Pluto is very forensic. I've got to go deep. So there could be some truths revealed around this time. There could also be for you something here with just being very honest with yourself about certain things that are happening. All right. Truths do come up to the surface. This is you being a sleuth, right? And a lot of it, again, may be something in the home sector for you or the foundations of your life. But again, just use this. You've got the power here with Mercury sextiling Pluto. Stephen King, he has Mercury sextile Pluto in his chart. Great at writing, communicating, like having that impact on others. All right. Now, Friday, March 7th, we have the Sun trine Mars. Wow. There you go. This is the day that they perfect at 17 degrees. And remember, Mars is awake, no longer retrograde, but moving slowly. Therefore, you're going to be feeling Sun trine Mars this entire week, as well as the week after. It's really nice. Okay. Now, the fact that Mars, by the way, Mars no longer retrograde. Mic drop to that. And Mars isn't going to be retrograde again until 2027. Hello. Amazing. Remember, though, he is groggy. All right. He's just waking up. Now, nonetheless, he's awake. So this day, this aspect is so great. There's a charge about it, right? It's all about courage and self-belief, empathy. It's sunshine. This is the sun. It's almost like an affirmation in itself. And remember, this is the sun in Pisces, Mars in Cancer, 2 water signs, 2 of the most intuitive signs out of all the zodiac. And it's, like I said, water. So something here can be like emotionally moving for you, and very much likely something that has to do with partnerships and relationships. Cancer is your opposite sign. And you've got Mars, a planet that's exalted in your sign, in Cancer, in this area of your chart. And with Venus retrograde, where we're reassessing relationships and partnerships, do you see how out of all the signs, you may be really feeling that energy? And it can be work. It can be a one, like, your sister, whoever it is one-on-one. All right. But, because it's Venus, a lot of it can be romantic. But anyway, this is a time where you may feel emotionally moved. Remember, Mercury in Aries is already making you feel confident. It's you talking the talk. The Sun trine Mars is you now walking the walk, letting your intuition guide you as well. And there is this element of taking inspired action around this time. It's Mars in Cancer. There's a sense of like sticking up for people, your loved ones, defending your loved ones, your home. Really great energy. It's acts of kindness here, random acts of kindness too, but speaking boldly as well, right? All about doing the right thing. You are on a karmic journey. This is great. And remember, the sun is a life force. Mars is physicality, it's stamina, it's drive. So Be physical. Go out there. Go on a really long bike ride by the river. You're going to love it. Absorb the sun. Have those moments. It's March. Now, here's the thing, all right? So, Chiron, the wounded healer, right? Squaring Mars all week. So, there's some healing for you here when it comes to partnerships and relationships. By the way, there may be some legal matters this week for you too, okay? I'm not saying that, like, is a good thing or a bad thing. I'm just saying it may just come up. That's part of the 7th house. But you've got Chiron squaring Mars. And this is very interesting for you. So Juno, another asteroid, right? Juno, Roman goddess, Hera in Greek, Zeus's wife, okay? Juno, the protector, yeah? The epitome of feminine beauty, one of the 4 major asteroids. Juno represents commitments and relationships and marriage and union. Also, like betrayal and infidelity. So Juno, and this can be business partnerships. Remember that, all right? So Juno just happened to move into Sagittarius. Actually, the day that I'm doing this video, Juno is moving into Sagittarius, okay? Juno alone is very much like Venus and Aries. Juno is all about the balance of power in relationships and is going to be very active this week. So this Venus retrograde, when you throw in Juno, wow. Juno's kind of like the new Venus. It's really interesting. But anyway, really amplifies that relationship energy, that reassessing, right? Sagittarius, Capricorn, that rules their 12th house. And so, wow, you're going to really be processing things, even maybe on a subconscious level, in terms of bringing that power, all right, in relationships and unions and whatnot. Now, remember, you've got a conjunction happening in Pisces the entire month. Coming after this new moon in Pisces, that's big. Pisces rules the 12th house, so you have that overlap there. The 12th house is very spiritual. It is intuition. It is healing. With the fact that you've got Mars in Cancer, square Chiron, the wounded healer, in your 7th house of partnerships and relationships. So you're going to be doing a lot of healing. And you're going to be doing a lot of unrooting from your subconscious. It's going to be big. It's going to be big. And you've got all these lunations this week. We'll talk about Juno a lot more in the second spread for sure. But the lunations, there's a lot that's going through things that have to do with partnerships for you and family. Okay, we do have the moon square Pluto too. It's a little challenging, but you know, the fact that the moon will conjunct Mars, that's big. That's going to happen over the weekend. Again, partnerships and relationships for you. Anyway, we'll talk about the second spread. Let's get started. Capricorn, y'all are amazing. Let's see what we can expect for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the week of March 1st to the 9th. All right. Capricorn, yeah, what a week. What a week. And remember, I said in your monthly forecast, March is off the charts. And we're just getting started. Anyway, Capricorn, I do a traditional called cross spread, offers the best overview. If we need to pull clarifiers, you know that we will. Secondly, you know I love you. Y'all are amazing. I am like this close to losing my voice. So I hope that you can hear me well. All right, let's get started. Wow. Okay. You want to talk? All right, let's do it, Capricorn. Let's go for it. You're good. You're good. You know that, right? You see that here. Let's get started. You got the 6 of Pentacles. I love this. I love the fact you got the 6 of Pentacles moving into this week because remember, Juno being very active is going to have an influence, right? But then you have all this like Aries energy and Venus retrograde, just alone. There is this sense of not giving too much and having for yourself, right? And you see that here. You see the very philanthropic man supporting others. Remember, a week of healing, right? And he's got the scale in his hand. And so there is this balance when it comes to that inspired action that you take, inspired spiritual action when supporting others and thinking of others. Now, what I just said, Venus retrograde, same thing. It's like knowing that balance. Same with Juno, right? Especially with relationships, knowing that balance. And when I say that, are you giving, and not getting anything in return? Because then you won't have anything for you. Or are you waiting to receive, but you're not giving at all, right? There's that balance. So moving into this week, and it feels like more in your physical world, right? It's Pentacles, and it can have to do with money too and wealth, but material possessions as well. So a lot of gratitude in this card, but what brings that gratitude is the inspired actions that you take. Okay, really wonderful, because you're moving straight to the Hierophant and the heart of your spread. Now this is a divine spiritual leader. He connects as above, so below. This is really wonderful. A lot of wisdom here. And a big leader. Y'all are leaders. Capricorn, y'all are cardinal signs. What's really interesting is that, look, he's got the same hand gesture as the man in the Six of Pentacles. So they are linked in terms of, it's this blessing in disguise, right? It's also just blessings. So remember, this entire week has that element of healing others and supporting others and being there for others, but also knowing that you are getting it in kind, right? So I love this. It just seems like you are going to be on a whole other level with the Hierophant in the heart of your spread. A lot of this can be family related. It really can be family. I mean, you have 2 Taurus cards here. You are going to have the moon conjunct Taurus, by the way, or Uranus in your this week, okay? And so that's really nice. But anyway, Taurus rules your 5th house. That's why I'm saying this. That 5th house is joy and pleasure. It's true love. It's romance. It's family. It's children. It's recreation. It's creativity. It's being able to express yourself. And so it looks like there's going to be some element of people not only looking up to you, they may be even like relying on you, or like you're the one that's going to be making the big decisions. You're the one who has all this great knowledge. What is the Hierophant? Break it down to its etymological root. Hero, eros, right? Sacred. Font, feinen, to reveal. Okay? This is you. This is amazing. You see what's happening here? You got those 2 people that he's supporting. You got these 2 monks that they're learning from him. You're good. You're good. I love this. Powerful. Okay. You got the Magician in your challenge area. 2 things here. Okay? Take action. Take action and know that you have the power to manifest whatever you want. Okay? Anything that you want. You create your reality. I say that all the time. Vibrate at this high frequency. Speaking of as above, so below. I mean, that's a magician. Now, the other thing is, there may be someone in your life who is maybe doing something different from you. Okay? It's like, that's part of the endings, right? Maybe going separate directions. And so just keep that in mind. There's also some of y'all, and again, it may be someone in your family, but there may be, or a significant other. There may be someone who the things that they want hasn't transpired yet. Keyword is yet, okay? Because when you plant seeds, when you set intentions, when you manifest, you got to really feel it in your bones. I mean, the magician, that's magic all around. But it is a card of action and taking inspired action. Yeah? All right. So, remember, this is just a weekly reading. And so you may see that this week, but you got that 8 of Wands. I mean, that's amazing. You're ready to go. Mercury in Aries is whoosh, right? Same thing here with you. There's a lot happening. There's a lot of movement. You're probably having a lot up here, but this is great. This is wonderful. It's all the wands aligning here. All right. All 8 wands. Really great. Things are aligning for you, right? And you may be seeing that this week. And the 8 of Wands wands are just invigorating, right? This is like that lust for life. This is passion, your ambitions, and very work-related matters with the wands. But I love this. You got that 7 of Wands as well. This is really interesting. Did you see your monthly forecast? Take a peek. It's always it's whenever you get the same cards, like we got, like you really want to pay attention. You have the 7 of Wands in the root of your spread. I feel like there is going to be something that, with Chiron being very active, Mars now direct in Cancer still, there is this, that defense, like defending yourself, everything that you've worked hard for. Venus retrograde, I said that can bring up elements of jealousy as well. People wanting what you have, right? So continue to, rise above. He's higher than everyone else with these wands. And so he's going to be successful. He's going to win. All right? But just don't let anyone like pull you into any low energy frequency, right? And you'll be fine. You're going to be great. This is really standing your ground. And then lastly, you have the Queen of Pentacles in your future. So you're good. I mean, Queen of Pentacles first is Capricorn. So you pulled your own card, and this is more about family. And I mean, like when you look across, it really is like taking care of those within your orbit, because you have the resources to do so, or you will, because it's in your future. And there may be something here that's like growing, right? There's a lot of like fertility and growth in this card. I love it. You're good. You're absolutely good. You can see the little bunny rabbit here hidden in the corner that represents that. So she has a really strong maternal side, but she is the richest queen. And therefore, she can build the world that she wants. Remember, I said Mercury conjunct Neptune. I mean, that's world building. So really take those actions. Mercury is movement too. I love this. And, this card is attributed to Mercury in Sagittarius. And so Sagittarius ruling your 12th house, again, very intuitive energy, but also you have Juno there as well. And so that brings a lot of power. Let's get to your stuff. You're good. You're absolutely good here. And remember, you got money stuff. Let me see. Yeah. Remember, Pluto and Aquarius, your second house of income, salary, finances. You're going to see a lot more Pluto activity this month too. All right, let's get to it. Capricorn, if you like this reading, would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. Let me know what's going on. Let me take a sip of my. Yeah. Okay. All right, Capricorn. Let's see. What is going? Yeah. There's okay. This is going to be a big week for you. I think that I'm going to clarify something, but remember I said a week of endings and new beginnings. You got the 4 Wands. That's amazing. Okay. Go forth. Continue. I mean, this is a card of celebration and milestones and feeling really good. Very interesting is that this card is attributed to Venus in Aries. So it is an Aries card. You see the couple here, right? They're outside of the castle. They're free. There's a lot of joy, celebration, milestone. So there could be something here that you are feeling in that regard that feels really good, or will this week. You got to put yourself on that path, right? To feel that energy, but it is your fourth house. So a lot of like home energy, your significant other, right? Even like family, children, all of that. But it is still one, so it could be work related for y'all as well, because you got all these wands and pentacles. It's I mean, that's pretty big. Okay, just continue down your path. I mean, you've got great stuff here. You have that Two of Swords in your external factors area. So now you can see there may be a little bit of, and I don't really think it's you, and it's in your external factors area anyway, but there may be someone who is sitting on the fence about something, okay? And you want things to just, let's just keep going, right? Like, there's a little bit of resistance here, and there may be someone who needs a little bit more time, okay? Even with that Magician in your challenge area. This card is attributed to Libra, by the way, so partnerships, relationships. Libra happens to rule your 10th house of career. So again, it can be a partnership in career, but it does look like there may be someone this week that's like, I need a little bit more time, or they're being a little bit elusive, okay? Because they're not sure what they want. They've got their back turned to the moon, intuition, the sea, emotions. We need to give them a little bit of time, okay? And if you feel that it's you where you need more time, take that time. Take that time. You're in a good place. You got the King of Pentacles. I mean, you got the pair, the Queen and the King. The difference between the King and the Queen, the King, their powers are more external, right? More public facing. Their energies are more external, where the Queens are more internal. And so there is a sense of you, that world that you're going to be able to build for yourself, the world that you want to live in, envisioning the people there as well. With that King of Pentacles, that amplifies that energy. And it's, again, like public facing. Remember what I said with Venus retrograde? It's all about proving and showing to others that you are self-sufficient, especially with your wealth. I mean, this is a lot of wealth. This is abundance, but also a lot of things in your physical world that are, it's nice to be a Capricorn right now. And then lastly, you have the Eight of Cups and your final outcome. Interesting, right? Because like I said, there's something about new beginnings this week, as well as things that are starting to end. And next week, we have that eclipse that you're going to feel this week. You already see an eclipse in this card, and this person is moving to higher ground. These cups, nothing's wrong with them. He just knows something's better. He's trusted his intuition. He's reassessed, as you do when Venus is retrograde, and he is he's got red cape, red boots. That's passion. That's power. The power to walk away from something because you know something's better for you. So it looks like there is going to be some change for you this week. You want me to clarify that? Let me see. Okay, I'll clarify that. Eight of Cups, because it is a card attributed to Saturn and Pisces for you. That's your third house. All right. Oh yeah, Nine of Swords. It could be hard. It could be hard doing this. Okay. Because I'm going to show you something here. Well, you got the Nine of Swords clarifying it, but you've got the Eight of Cups, Eclipse. Eclipses are game changers, right? So this is actually a big move for you. You see that he's walking through the water, right? Look at all the rocks in the water. So it's not like you can just like wade, right? You got to like be alert. You got to navigate, and it may even be like a bittersweet moment. You have the Nine of Swords. So this is a week where you can ask yourself, am I walking away from something? Am I truly trusting my intuition here, being guided by the moon, and doing something authentically me? All right? Because there is a sense of like, if you're not, you're asking yourself, did I make the right decision? Right? But it also, could be someone, there just could be something here that I don't see a full ending. Let me just do one more clarifier. You have the High Priestess. You've got to trust your intuition. So, like I said, with the Eight of Cups, be your authentic self. Tap into your intuition. And the Nine of Swords. Remember, I said this is a week you don't want to overanalyze, overthink things. This person is, all right? And also, the High Priestess only comes out when she's like, trust her intuition, right? She is the guardian of the subconscious, and you've got Juno in Sagittarius in your 12th house that rules the subconscious. You have, all this Pisces energy, intuition, subconscious. So you've got more moon here. You see the sliver of the moon at her feet. Okay. And even her headdress, the different phases of the moon. You've got to trust your intuition, because there is something here that, remember, this is all this potential. With that Nine of Swords, am I making the right decision? Is this the right decision to make, right? High Priestess coming out saying, hey, well, trust your intuition. If you trust your intuition, then yes. Okay? Because then you're being your authentic self. This is really big. And it's actually big. It is going to be a big week for you. But it also, there's someone in the picture here. This is a big week of other people for you. I mean, you got your 4th house activated, your 5th house activated. It's a big week of, your 7th house activated. So big week with other people in your life. So it really could be something here where also, if you leave something, that other person, if it's a relationship or, a client or, business wise, there is that possibility that it's them that's like, what's happening? Or you feel, a little like, it was hard for me to do that because I'm thinking about that person and how they're feeling right now with this right here. Okay. Trust your intuition. I don't think it's going to be, look, you got the pair here too, the Hierophant and the High Priestess. You're going to be fine as long as you trust your intuition. All right, Capricorn. But yeah, expect some change. All right. Capricorn. Oh gosh. Okay. So next week we are going to, it's the lunar eclipse. We have Mercury going retrograde. We have a lot happening next week. And then, we'll talk about that next week. And then for the second spread, yes, we're going to talk about Juno in your 12th house, all about relationships, and partnerships and all these lunations. We do have a first quarter moon that's going to be big for you, but then also when the moon is in Cancer in your 7th house of partnerships and relationships, that's going to be big. Okay. Capricorn, y'all are amazing. If you like this reading, would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. Tell me what's happening. Tell me what's happening. There's something here. I feel like a lot of it may be a lot of career stuff too. That is a Gemini card, by the way. That's your 6th house of work. But also health matters as well. Following the 8 of Cups, very interesting. Again, that is your 3rd house. So it could be something with like family or anyway, this, when I say health, like your mental health, right? But anyway, I'm going to let you go. I'm like over talking and I'm already losing my voice. Tier 3 members, you know where to find the link. Y'all are amazing. I'll see you next week. All right. Bye-bye.